In our modern lives, possessions have a way of accumulating silently until one day we look around and wonder, where did all this stuff come from? The items on this decluttering list may seem insignificant individually, but collectively they contribute to the physical and mental weight of household clutter. Let's explore these forgotten items, their fascinating backgrounds, and why letting them go might be the best decision you make this year. 1. Outdated car window scrapers. Those half-broken plastic scrapers lurking in your car door pocket have likely been there since the Obama administration. Interestingly, the first car window ice scrapers were made of brass in the 1940s before plastic versions became commonplace in the 1960s. Modern scrapers are now made with ergonomic handles, heated elements, and even built-in gloves. Why declutter? Beyond the obvious fact that worn scrapers are less effective, newer models apply up to 50% less pressure on your windshield, reducing the risk of micro scratches that compound over time. Plus, that collection of 3 or 4 partial scrapers takes up valuable storage space that could be better utilized. Second, old museum tickets. Those faded museum tickets tucked into your drawer from institutions around the world might seem like meaningful mementos, but they've likely lost their emotional resonance. Did you know the Metropolitan Museum of Art alone sells approximately 7 million tickets annually? If everyone kept all their museum tickets, that would create enough paper waste to fill an Olympic swimming pool every year. Why declutter? Instead of keeping physical tickets, consider creating a digital scrapbook of your cultural experiences. Studies by Cornell University suggest that documenting experiences digitally can actually enhance memory recall better than physical mementos, which tend to fade into background clutter. Third, unused serving platters. Most households own at least 3 serving platters, but typically use only one regularly. The average American kitchen contains between 300 to 400 items, yet most families use less than 20% of these regularly. Those oversized, occasion-specific serving platters occupy premium cabinet real estate year-round for just 1 or 2 appearances. Why declutter? Beyond reclaiming valuable storage space, donating these items to community centers or shelters means they'll actually get used instead of collecting dust. Consider keeping just one versatile piece that works for multiple occasions or borrowing from friends for those rare large gatherings. Fourth, broken desk file holders. That collection of cracked plastic or bent metal file holders represents the transition between paper and digital workflows. File holder production actually peaked in 1999 and has declined steadily as digital storage has become the norm. The average office worker now sees 45% fewer documents than they did just 10 years ago. Why declutter? Beyond the obvious aesthetic improvement, removing broken organizational tools actually improves productivity. A Princeton University study found that visual clutter competes for your attention and reduces your ability to focus by up to 20%. Replace multiple broken holders with one quality system, or better yet, embrace digital organization. Fifth, old BlackBerry devices. Those iconic devices gathering dust in your drawer represent a fascinating chapter in tech history. At its peak in 2011, BlackBerry commanded 43% of the US smartphone market before its rapid decline. Each device contains approximately 40 different minerals and metals, making them valuable for recycling. Why declutter? Beyond taking up space, old electronics contain valuable materials and potentially harmful components that shouldn't end up in landfills. Electronics recycling facilities can recover gold, silver, platinum, and rare earth elements from these devices. 6. Excess rubber bands. The average household accumulates over 100 rubber bands annually from newspapers, produce, and packaging. Rubber bands don't biodegrade easily, taking up to 50 years to break down in landfills. What's more, natural rubber production has significant environmental impacts, with rubber plantations contributing to deforestation. Why declutter? Keep a small container with just 10 to 15 bands and recycle or donate the rest. Many postal services will gladly take clean rubber bands for reuse. Decluttering these seemingly insignificant items creates space in that junk drawer that never quite closes properly. 7. Outdated car snow brushes. Like their scraper cousins, old snow brushes with broken bristles and cracked handles are likely taking up valuable space in your trunk or garage. The first commercial car snow brushes were developed in the 1930s, combining natural bristles with wooden handles. Today's versions use microfiber technology that removes snow without scratching paint. Why declutter? Beyond the space savings, outdated snow removal tools can actually damage your vehicle's paint with abrasive bristles or exposed metal edges. Modern brushes are designed with your car's finish in mind and offer telescoping handles for better ergonomics. 8. Old movie ticket stubs. The average American moviegoer attends 4 to 5 films per year, potentially generating dozens of ticket stubs over time. Interestingly, the standard size movie ticket, 5.7 by 2 inches, was established in the 1920s to fit smoothly through mechanical ticket counting machines. With most theaters now using digital ticketing, physical stubs are becoming obsolete. Why declutter? Instead of keeping physical tickets, consider creating a movie journal or digital list of films you've enjoyed. Research on nostalgia suggests that the memories associated with experiences remain intact even when physical mementos are discarded. Those shoebox collections of tickets are rarely revisited but take up mental and physical space. 9. Unused chip and dip sets. That elaborate ceramic chip and dip set you received as a housewarming gift has likely made only rare appearances at parties. The modern chip and dip set concept emerged in America during the 1950s post-war entertaining boom, with designs reaching peak ornate status in the 1970s. Today's entertaining trends favor individual servings for hygienic reasons. Why declutter? Food serving trends have evolved significantly, with most hosts now preferring simpler, mix and match serving options rather than specialized sets. Donate these items to benefit someone who will actually use them, while freeing up valuable cabinet space. 10. Broken desk cable organizers. Those plastic cable management systems that cracked after 2 months represent good intentions undermined by poor design. Cable clutter is a modern problem. The average home office contains 13 different cables, while the typical entertainment center houses another 11 to 15 connections. Why declutter? Beyond eliminating visual distractions, removing broken organizational tools creates the opportunity to implement more effective solutions. Consider replacing multiple failed systems with one quality alternative, or explore wireless technologies to reduce the cable jungle altogether. 11th, old flip phones. Remember the satisfying snap of closing a flip phone? These technological relics represent an important evolutionary step in mobile communication. The iconic Motorola Razr sold over 130 million units between 2004 and 2008, making it one of the best-selling phones of all time. Why declutter? Like other obsolete electronics, flip phones contain valuable recoverable materials. Approximately 151 million phones are thrown into landfills annually in the US alone, leaching harmful chemicals and wasting precious metals. Proper electronics recycling ensures these materials are recovered safely. 12th, excess paper fasteners. Those little brass brads and paper fasteners multiply mysteriously in desk drawers. Invented in the 1860s, these simple devices revolutionized document organization before the digital age. A typical office worker in the 1990s used approximately 200 fasteners annually, a number that has declined by 80% with digital document adoption. Why declutter? Beyond the obvious drawer space, decluttering these small items reduces visual noise that subtly increases cognitive load. Keep just enough for occasional use and recycle the rest, particularly if they've begun to rust or tarnish. 13. Outdated car trunk organizers. That collapsible fabric organizer purchased with good intentions likely collapsed permanently months ago. The car organization industry exploded in the early 2000s, growing from a $25 million industry to over $300 million today. However, studies show that over 60% of car organizers are abandoned within 6 months of purchase. Why declutter? Broken or ineffective organizational tools actually contribute to chaos rather than solving it. Removing these items creates the opportunity to either find a system that truly works for your needs or embrace a more minimalist approach to car storage. 14th, old festival wristbands. The colorful collection of frayed fabric bands on your dresser represents memories, but the physical items have likely outlived their emotional usefulness. Festival wristbands evolved from simple paper tickets to RFID-enabled smart bands that track everything from entry to purchases. An estimated 120 million event wristbands are produced annually worldwide. Why declutter? While the memories matter, the physical bands often harbor bacteria and dirt from the events. Consider photographing your collection before discarding or saving just one or two particularly meaningful bands. Research shows that experiences remain vivid in memory even without physical tokens. 15. Unused punch bowls. That massive crystal punch bowl inherited from a relative represents entertaining traditions that have largely faded. Punch bowl production peaked in the 1950s when they were centerpieces of social gatherings. Today they're used an average of once every 4 years in American households, if at all. Why declutter? Beyond reclaiming significant storage space, releasing these items acknowledges the evolution of your own entertaining style. Modern gatherings typically feature individual beverages rather than communal bowls, particularly since recent health concerns have changed serving practices. 16. Broken desk book stands. That wobbly book stand with the missing adjustment pin represents good intentions for better ergonomics. Bookstands date back to medieval times when they held valuable manuscripts for copying by monks. Today's broken plastic versions are poor descendants of these beautifully crafted tools. Why declutter? Beyond the obvious space savings, removing broken tools from your workspace removes visual reminders of disorder. Studies show that visual harmony in work areas can improve focus and productivity. Consider replacing multiple broken items with one quality alternative. 17th. Old MP3 players. Remember when carrying 1,000 songs in your pocket seemed miraculous? Those early generation MP3 players represented a pivotal moment in music consumption. The original iPod, launched in 2001, helped shift the entire music industry toward digital distribution. Today, streaming has made dedicated players largely obsolete. Why declutter? Beyond collecting dust, obsolete electronics contain recyclable components that shouldn't end up in landfills. Electronics recycling programs can recover valuable materials while preventing potentially harmful components from contaminating soil and water. 18. Excess sticky flags. Those colorful paper markers multiplying in your desk drawer represent information management before digital organization. The average office worker in the 1990s used approximately 300 to 500 sticky flags annually to mark important documents. With digital search capabilities, this number has plummeted. Why declutter? While undeniably useful, these small items have a way of proliferating beyond what's actually needed. Keep a small selection of colors for physical books and documents, and recycle the rest, particularly if they've begun to lose their adhesive qualities. 19. Outdated car seat belt pads. Those frayed, flattened cushions designed to make seatbelts more comfortable are likely past their prime. Seatbelt comfort accessories emerged in the 1980s when belt use became mandatory nationwide. Modern car designs have largely eliminated the need for these aftermarket additions. Why declutter? Beyond the obvious cleaning benefits, removing these items acknowledges the improvements in automotive design. If seatbelt comfort remains an issue, consider a single high-quality replacement rather than keeping multiple worn-out versions. 20th. Old concert wristbands. Similar to festival bands, concert wristbands often linger long after the music has faded. The concert memorabilia industry generates over $2.5 billion annually in official merchandise sales, with wristbands being among the least expensive keepsakes. Yet these small tokens often carry disproportionate emotional weight. Why declutter? The bacteria count on a worn concert wristband after just 1 week can exceed that of a toilet seat, with one study finding over 20 different bacterial species on bands worn for more than a month. Preserve the memory through photos, ticket stubs in an album, or digital collections. Remember that the goal isn't perfection but progress. Each item thoughtfully removed is a step toward a more intentional relationship with your possessions.